Welcome back, campers. We're going to finish up our Pokemon tier list. Love it, hate it, accept it.
Black 2, White 2, A
S
tier.
tier.
Well, I know Gus isn't a big fan, but they did improve greatly on 1 and 2.
I thought the gameplay was a lot more smoother than Black and White, and the story was a much needed improvement with how characters developed, and I like how it wasn't just like a redoing and like this one was a different story. It was a continuation of the story, which I felt was
And
pretty good.
Baconator.
And Baconator, yes. But
I don't think the story was as good in these games, but I'm going to give you everything else plus the World Championship post-game stuff.
yes, that
A tier.
I would I don't know, I'd give it S at least.
Nah,
I'm good with high.
Then again,
yeah,
right now I'm trying to run a shiny badge challenge right now in White 2. I'm still trying to get my shiny tap in.
I still think the sprites for all of Gen 5 were hot garbage.
I liked them.
Dream Raider.
B tier.
Never
I
played
did.
it.
I'm gonna agree with Brian. B tier.
It was really nice to see the like AR technology of the DS with the camera and stuff like that.
It's really a like what.
It's like
I
Pokemon
think
Go.
I think
AR.
we don't have Pokemon Go without this game.
Yes. But it was also a nice introduction to the Therian forms of Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus, which gave them much more unique designs.
Yep.
Ooh, is this
the
To Eternity Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game? I think it is, or the Destiny.
Gates
it's
of
the first
Infinity.
3DS one.
Gates to Infinity.
Yeah.
I never played that one.
Hot take. This is when Mystery Dungeon got really shitty because they started pumping them out every 2 years. I never even played it because I was just so, like, really... Like, I haven't finished this last one, like, to the point where I want to stop playing. I'm not a fan.
So what's your ranking?
I'm going to give it a C.
C.
Because Mystery Dungeon itself is fun, but I'll Rumble U, put that right in F next to the other Rumble games.
I'm actually gonna give it a D tier for one reason.
Okay.
We don't have amiibos without this game, and I love my amiibos.
You know what? True.
Hey, you Pikachu.
Hey, you
B.
Pikachu.
Never played it, but I know like it was adored for its time.
What did you say?
I didn't have the console.
No, what did you give it for a ranking?
Oh, a B or an A.
Oh, God.
You were way too nice.
Really?
Yeah, oh my God.
I've only heard good things. I've only
F-tier.
heard good things about it.
How have you
F
only
tier.
heard good things about this game?
I don't know. That's
It
just all I've
sucks.
heard.
I'm giving it a D tier.
Okay.
Only because it was
let me-
intuitive.
Let me set up the
microphone.
scene for
Oh,
you.
man.
I got you, Gus. Let me set up a scene, Brian. It's Christmas Day. You've had your N60 for like a year or two now, and you love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's your favorite console. You have all these wonderful games on it. There's 3D platformers now. You didn't even know platformers could go into the third dimension.
the fourth.
You're having a great time. You love it. And your mom's like, you know what? I know you love Pokemon. I see you playing the Pokemon Blue game at school all the time. And you get the cards. I'm going to get you this game.
Okay.
And you're like, fuck yeah, Mom. You're great. I know Santa's not real, but you don't have to tell me that for another year.
Oh,
or two.
spoilers.
So you open up this game, and you get this shitty fucking Kmart store brand microphone that is the equivalent of covering it in duct tape and shoving it in your asshole to work.
It was literally like your old computer microphone that came with your Windows 98 computer. Literally the same microphone. But it had a big yellow piece of foam on the end of it. And then when you talk to Pikachu, you tell, hey, Pikachu, go over there. He ain't going over there.
It works maybe 1 out of every 10 times. And all the game is like, hey, Pikachu, go look in that log. Hey, Pikachu, come here. And half the time, if you say it too angrily or say the wrong thing, Pikachu just gets mad and attacks you.
Yep.
This game fucking sucks.
This was the one N64 Pokemon game I actually didn't own myself, but my best friend who I played all my Pokemon games with did. And I remember spending weeks trying to get this game to work, and the 6-year-old me was not having a good time, okay? I was a little
They should never remake
Okay.
it.
I'll take
They
you
should
guys'
spend
word
whatever
on it.
budget they have. They should spend their surplus budget in erasing this game from history. It's that fucking bad.
Okay.
I would take a modern
Pokemon
remake with
X and
modern microphones, like make it
No,
actually work.
shut up.
but
No. Not allowed.
Also, make it freeware.
No, pay people to fucking play it.
All right. Let's move
All
on.
right, X and Y.
S.
What's your hot take, Jeremy?
I got these when they came out.
Same.
I want to specify, I got Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 when they came out, too. It didn't hold my interest at first. I had a phase where I wasn't into Pokemon that much.
I forced myself to finish Black and White 2 a month before these came out, and I beat both of these within a week.
I tried to play Pokemon X, and it held my attention even less than Black 2 and Black and all that. I was just
I will give you my reason
I don't know why
I think these are S. Wonder Trade. It started something so beautiful. To be able to just give away a Pokemon and have something random come back, and you don't know what you're going to get. Granted, yeah, 80% of the time, it's like a Bidoof or something, you know? But, like, the ability to unlock a new type of, like, Nuzlocke challenge, the Wonderlock, was fantastic. I ran a Pokemon X run-through with the Wonderlock, and I ended up beating it with, like, a Charizard, and a Venusaur, and an Aerodactyl. It was a really random team, but, like, it was beautiful.
Well, there's another thing I have to bring up, too.
Okay.
Megas.
Megas, yes.
Oh yeah. Here's my placement thought on them. I think they are a solid A tier. I think they're above Black and White 2. I don't think they quite make S tier.
I think they do, mainly from the Megas. Mega Evolution is one of the best things to be ever added into Pokemon. The fact that they didn't continue it makes me so upset. But I think Megas, the Wonder Trade, and just like the introduction of the Fairy type. I think that the Fairy is a good type. I like it a lot.
It did introduce us to Fairy type. You know what?
I give it S tier. I love these games.
Jeremy, what's your placement for these ones?
I'll give Y a high A. But we'll get that. So YA, I want to give X a B because Xerneas is fucking stupid looking.
I will give you that.
I'm willing,
Xerneas does suck.
I'm willing to put these both in A tier to compromise.
Okay. That's fine.
I also think making Pokemon after letters is fucking stupid in general.
I agree.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. Next.
Battle Trose.
Never played it.
F. Next question.
Art Academy. Never played it.
I love Pokemon Art Academy.
I loved the original DSiWare Art Academy. When I found out they were doing a Pokemon one, I was so hyped for it. As an art student at the time when this game came out, I would give this game a solid B tier, in all honesty.
I'd give it an A tier. You get to make a Pokemon card.
That's true. All your art does go onto Pokemon cards. God, I wish there was a good way to draw on my computer. I could play that game.
No, can't Pokemon.
Never played it.
I looked it up because I wasn't familiar. It is an iOS game that was in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and it was for like toddlers. It was educational.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
I have played it.
If you
It's
don't-
not fun.
Next two are S tier.
I'm saying, if you don't put these two in S tier, I will just leave the recording right now.
I would argue these two belong at the top of S tier, but we'll get to that. Pokemon Shuffle.
F. Next question.
Wait. Can we go back to Ruby and Sapphire, Omega, whatever, real quick? I'm trying to remember which. So they released Megas in 2 waves, right? What were the Megas that were added in this one? Do you remember?
I know the Gen 3 starters got Megas. I don't remember any other.
Gardevoir got its Mega.
Okay. I just pulled it up now. I couldn't find the thing. But 2 Megas here that would make anyone happy. 2 people very happy in this group. Mega Beedrill and Mega Slowbro were introduced in these games.
There you go.
And the fact that they had that whole mechanic where you're flying.
Oh, the flying?
On the
the
Latios
soaring.
and Latios flying. Yes.
And then they got rid of it for previous games. Like, oh, okay. Or the next games, whatever. It's just like, oh. The soaring was so good.
Pokemon Rumble World, you know where that goes. Fuck that game.
Yeah. I know you said F tier for Shuffle. I'm giving it D tier only because it killed a lot of time for me in college between classes.
That's fair. It's not on tier Rumble. That's true.
Yes. Pokemon Tournament.
I played it a few times. It's not bad.
I love it.
I'd give it a B or C tier.
You got an opinion, Jeremy?
It's pretty mid.
All right. I'm gonna compromise with you guys and give it a B tier. I would have given it A.
I mean, if you want to give it A, go for it. Like, I'm not a big fan of fighters, but like the details on the Pokemon are phenomenal. The graphics are amazing. So yeah, give it an A. Give it A. I'll give you that.
I wish.
You wish all Pokemon games looked like that.
I would love to have the arcade machine for it.
Oh yeah, that would be dope. I'll give you that. That would be awesome.
Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color.
B tier.
Oh, C tier. It's just as good as the fucking second one. It's literally the same fucking game.
Yeah.
Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I never played.
C tier.
I remember this one being poor. I didn't play it myself, but I had a buddy that picked it up in college just on a whim, and he basically spent a week playing it and got to the end and said it wasn't great.
Yeah.
I might be biased on this next one because I love Picross.
I love Picross too.
Never played it, so I don't know.
That's an A or an S for me, to be honest.
I'm gonna give it an A tier. I don't know if it quite deserves S, but
right. Ooh, this is a
I think
controversial
Pokemon Go
one
deserves
now.
an S tier just for what it is.
If you were basing it off
still
of
pick
release, it would be an S. But as of late with changes, it's gone down to at least a B or an A.
Well, I want to say,
but as a whole, I would give it S.
I'd give it S. It brought a lot of people into Pokemon, and nobody will forget the craze it had.
It felt like when
people would crowd.
It felt like
everywhere.
it brought world peace to the world. I don't know why, it just did. You know.
So I live in a very rural area. Like I had to go. I couldn't just like play it at home. I had to like actually go places. And as I didn't have a car at the time, my grandfather was in the hospital, and we would take my grandmother up to see him every day until he was able to come home. My brother and I spent our days walking around that hospital, catching Pokemon and drinking Crystal Pepsi. And
Crystal Pepsi.
It gets an S tier.
Oh god, that was the Crystal Pepsi year. Oh my god.
It was. Do you want my hot take before you guys say anything?
C tier.
On Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
Honestly, they'd be F tier.
I wouldn't give them F. I'd give
too.
them C.
I might.
Let's meet in the middle. Go D.
I was gonna say I might give Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon C tier.
You know what? That's fair. They were better. They really were.
Magikarp Jump is triple F tier.
I'd give it a D. I actually enjoyed the game.
What is there to do?
I just like
that's different from the first 10 minutes of the fucking game.
I like just
It
seeing
was
the different
better
patterns.
as a mini game in Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, cool! You can collect patterns.
Yeah, well,
No,
as
fuck
a man
that game.
who gets more shinies than you, I enjoy different patterns on Pokemon.
As a man who doesn't like to waste his time playing a mobile game that's to save 5 minutes of gameplay over and over again, with only slightly different colors or a number being slightly different, while it still has microtransactions for some fucking reason.
Jeremy, you're arguing with a man who plays Warframe on shit like that.
But you know what? You know what you can do in Warframe? You can do more than just look at the fucking paint on your ass.
Have you never played a COD with me? That's all I do.
You're still doing something.
Jesus.
You're not just literally sitting there not doing anything. You're really shooting things or activating an ability. That's something.
Yeah, and the ability in here is jump.
Keep it up. It's going to be on the deleted tier.
Alright, fine, whatever. We'll keep it at F.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Ultra Sun.
I'm willing to
B or
give these to C. I'm willing to go to C.
The story was phenomenally better.
I don't think the story was
Ultra
different
Sun,
enough. However, I'm glad I didn't have to wait 45 minutes of dialogue with me mashing the A button before I finally got a Pokemon.
Yeah, it was a lot. The dialogue felt more like the story felt more quick in this one, whereas the other one felt like it held your hand to the very end. This one at least stopped holding your hand by the third island.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. This is the only set of Pokemon games I didn't buy on release.
Oh.
I hated Sun and Moon so much, I'm like, I'm done. Pokemon obviously is a shithole now.
I won't lie, I didn't buy them on release either for the same reason. I did end up getting them down the line when my brother who talked me into it, he was in high school at the time.
I got Ultra Moon because I bought a cartridge full of hacked in Pokemon. Because I have a lot of Pokemon in my older games. I'm like, I want to have a living dex because I know I did a dex in Ruby and all that. And I was like, I don't want to go through the process of getting it to Diamond, or sorry, getting it to Platinum, then getting it to Black, then getting it up again, and then transferring it to this and
See,
that.
I enjoy that challenge.
If we're talking about living dexes, I always wanted to build one, and it wasn't until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire where I finally sat down and actually did it, and I've been able to maintain it since then.
I didn't have a living dex, but I had like a completed dex.
I maintain a living dex in my Pokemon Home now. I used to live in Pokemon Bank, and it's migrated to Pokemon Home.
Okay.
But hey, if you have Pokemon Bank download on your 3DS, its premium service is free now.
Yep, it is. Detective Pikachu?
I never played it, but I heard it was good. I like the movie.
I'm willing to go as high as C tier with this one. I would give it D tier, but it gave us a big Pikachu amiibo.
And it wasn't Danny.
And it made us think for a moment.
It also
that
gave us
Danny
F
DeVito.
tier because
also
we
gave us
didn't
the
get
movie.
Danny DeVito as the voice actor.
Yes.
What? We didn't get it for the movie.
Or the game. Either one.
Yeah, and we didn't even get Ryan Reynolds for the game. I'm giving it a D tier.
I'm going to give it C. D?
Yeah, I'll give it
That's
C.
fine.
Yeah, all right.
Pokemon Snap. Never played it.
A tier for me. I have so much nostalgia for this game.
And
I've played it so much since it's come out on the Switch that I forgot we played it on the channel, and I was going to play it the other day as a solo video.
all right.
And then I realized that we've already done a playthrough of it. From start to finish.
I got some hot takes on this fucking next one.
Nope. B. All right. Quest.
F.
I'm willing to go with F.
What?
I want a whole new tier to describe the pure hatred I have for this
No, I wouldn't
game.
give him a new tier. Don't give him a new tier. Just make it F.
This game, it was so promising. The idea of it initially was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Sure, this will be a good time killer. And it just becomes, you played for exactly an hour and 45 minutes. Prepare to grind like crazy for items that might not drop.
I got to that point and stopped playing altogether.
I didn't even beat the game. I just lost interest.
No, I didn't either. But yeah, the interest dropped off in that game so fast.
The Let's Go
games.
S.
I want to say off the bat, and I don't think it deserves an S for this reason only. The way you had to control that game.
I liked the controls a lot.
I like it when I want to play with those controls, but if I want to sit down with my fucking gamepad,
it has Skyward Sword issue where if I want to sit down, relax, and play a game, this ain't it, Chief. Because I
have a crap ton of
can't
giant
deal with-
pillows, and I would just sit down in those pillows in front of my TV with the controller, and I would just play for hours. I loved the controls. I loved the gameplay.
The best way for me to play this game actually was I had the Pokeball controller because I got it on release day. I had my Switch in tabletop mode on my nightstand, and I'm laying in bed, and that was the only way I could relax with the motion controls. Anyways, what's our ranking?
I give it S. I genuinely
B.
like the Let's Go so much. I want them to make a Johto version.
Oh, I want to make a Johto. Don't get me wrong. I love these games. I want them to do more of them. I'm willing to go A tier with these games.
okay, you know what really fucking pisses me off about these games?
Yeah, what?
Why the fuck don't they have joypad support and all that? If you just use it in handheld mode without the Pokeball controller, you don't even need the fucking motion controls anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a
If they're gonna do that, then why not let it so you can use a Pro controller or just not use it?
I also think to go back to those motion controls, they made it so easy to get a perfect throw every time. Let me just push the A button.
So
Let me just push the button.
there's a meme that's been going around lately that describes these games, and it's the Homelander from The Boys going, "It was perfect. Everything was perfect down to the last minute detail. That's how I describe these games. I love them
Brian,
so much.
I love the idea of them, but why not just make it so you don't have to use motion controls? That's what kills every fucking game, is if you put motion controls on
Well, that's
it.
the thing. I love
Make
the
it an
motion
option.
controls. I thought that was amazing. Like, I'm
Well,
finally
I
the
think-
Pokemon
I think it
trainer
should have been an
throwing the
option.
Pokeball. No, I think they were perfect. They didn't need anything else. The controls were perfect.
I should have been able to just push the A button. I think
Plus, it also makes it inaccessible. Some people can't do that shit for hours on it. They can only do it for like maybe 5 or 10
Well,
minutes.
then they play for 5 or 10 minutes. I could go a lot longer.
It's just a weird choice where it's like it's half-assed making you having to play a certain way.
See, I didn't think so. Plus, they also did something unique in other games. If you brought another controller in, you could have a friend play with you.
I did like
Oh,
that.
I thought that was so fucking stupid.
I thought that was fun. It turned
I liked that feature.
It made things so much more fun because it made the best part. It made the Elite Four trivial because you could do a 2v1 battle. It was fun. It was stupid. It was fun, and I think these deserve S tier.
And we also have to remember when these games came out.
What year?
That
These
is
were
the
the
thing.
first Pokemon games on the Switch. They opened the Pokemon Switch legacy with
Yeah,
these.
and I was expecting for more controls like that, but I never got them, so I was a little upset.
Good. Fuck those controls.
I loved the controls. I wish there were more.
I will say to Brian's point, I wish that I had the option for motion controls when it came to Sword and Shield. I could play Sword and Shield for a lot longer, but I do wish that I had the option to use the Pokeball again, just occasionally. Because
my Pokeball's just gathering dust on my desk
I
right
like
now.
the gimmick. I just don't want to be locked into the gimmick.
I think being able to like throw the Pokeball like you're hey go Pikachu and shit. That just brought the whole fantasy
Brian,
together.
I'm agreeing with you. I wanted to be able to turn that off from now and then.
Oh, you know the other thing I think we can agree on? If you're gonna have overworld sprites for wild fucking Pokemon,
Okay, keep going. I got one thing to add in.
have the shiny be on the overworld sprite. They fixed this. They did fix
They
it.
did fix this.
But the fact that they didn't, but if you had a Pokemon following you that was shiny, that was shiny.
No, the
Another case of
Pokemon in the
another
overworld they
step
were
would've made it
shiny.
easier.
And Let's Go Pikachu.
Not the wild.
No, yeah, they were.
encounters.
That's how you found them. I remember hunting, looking for my Slowpoke for shiny, and I found them. The overworld Pokemon were shiny in this game.
Were they?
These were the first ones to have overworld shiny, because I remember I've seen videos of people flying around, and there in the sky is a shining black Charizard or a puke green Dragonite.
You know what? I do remember the puke green Dragonite in Kanto.
There was something to do with the shiny.
There was
sprites. I know
something.
there's
There was
weird
something
with it.
weird with the shinies. I do remember. Not
They would
liking.
do a special bring sound.
Yeah.
No, there's something with like them not showing up for some reason for one random thing. It wasn't overworld, it was something else. But it was stupid.
It was their sprites, I believe, were not shiny.
Maybe that's what it
The
was.
sprites like in your party were not shiny.
I don't know. Let's
No,
move on to
because
the
I
next
got
one.
one
Let's
more
go
thing
these
to add.
turtle games.
It
All
brought
right.
back Mega Evolution.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, and then they cucked you with it and took it away.
Yeah, but at least you got one last game with that Beedrill, dude.
You did get one last game in that Beedrill and that Alakazam.
I don't even count it. Also, Pokemon Masters EX, that's an A tier.
A or
Is
S,
it?
yeah. I like it. I play it.
It's really
Yeah,
fun.
I like it.
All right.
It's a gacha game.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't
Sword
really
and
sat
Shield.
down and played
Oh
it.
boy.
Sword and Shield, B tier. The DLC was fun, but the game felt incomplete.
B tier just because of Hop.
He's better than How.
I don't think so.
He's better than How. How is...
I think they're the same.
Honestly, when you're saying their names out loud, I can't remember which one's which. I think they're both pretty bad. But
Hop was the one with the
saying that
jean
alone
shirt.
made
How is the one with the Hawaiian stuff.
me- Sure.
Remake of Mystery
Didn't
Dungeon.
play
That's
it.
an S
This
tier.
is S tier.
Didn't play. Have no care to. For
I
Cafe.
Cafe Remix?
Yeah.
Cafe Mix.
I love that game.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's a solid fucking C or B.
I was going to say C.
New Pokemon Snap. D
I didn't
or
play
F.
that one.
Honestly,
Yeah, it looks good, but like, it just
I'm gonna
doesn't
give
have
it a
enough
D.
to pull you in.
I think it's playable. You know what? I'm
It's
giving it
playable.
C.
C, that's fine. Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as Sun and Moon, and it's definitely not as bad as Hey You Pikachu.
Pokemon Pinball OG.
A tier, B tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a solid A tier for me.
I'd say B.
Yeah, I'll give
B.
it B. Yeah.
It was pretty clunky, but the fact that it had a Rumble Pack was
I
awesome.
love the Rumble Pack. I thought that was so cool.
Pokemon MOBA.
Pokemon MOBA, A tier.
League of Legends.
I actually thoroughly enjoy that game. It's not fun to play alone. It's really better if you play with a full team of like your friends.
I don't know why I stopped playing it. I really
same.
enjoyed
Like
it.
I like it a lot.
So I can tell you why I stopped playing it because I really did enjoy it. I need people to play this game with.
Exactly.
Flat out.
Yep. I can't play with random people.
As a person who is like a single player kind of guy, I need people to play this game with.
I'll play it.
I will give it a B tier.
I'll play it. Forget Lodge Video coming up.
Lodge Video
Unite,
come
yeah.
up. Pokemon Unite. I'm ready.
Yeah. Brilliant Diamond Pearl. B tier. B.
D.
Yeah. No,
D.
no.
Super,
I like them.
Not fucking finished. Super clunky. The game launched without half of its fucking features for some reason, and they dropped support of it like a month before Arceus came
I'll give it
out.
C.
Okay, I'm going to give this one D, and I'm gonna build off of what you said, Jeremy. They didn't stop supporting it as soon as Arceus came out. There were still things they were putting out. They gave us the old mystery gift stuff, but if you didn't get it, fuck you. Do you want to play? If you were to go out and to buy these games today, do you want to get Darkrai?
Can't get
Shaman?
it.
Fuck you. Manaphy? Fuck yourself.
I reset my game to do a challenge on Shining Pearl, and I can't get my Platinum pre-order clothes back.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Alright.
S.
Lay it on me, boys.
S. Arceus is what Pokemon was meant to be. Give it top tier S.
B. Mid.
No.
I'm leaning towards Jeremy on this one.
Seriously?
I couldn't finish this fucking game, yeah.
Let me explain myself. Let me justify my actions. I love the concept. I love the fact that it's before modern Pokemon. I like all the Hisuian forms. That's not my issue.
I love the
It is way too fucking long.
That's what I liked about it, though. The story was long.
I love the story. I love the idea. I think everything this game did good. Scarlet and Violet did better.
They did, yes, but I feel the story is so much better in this game.
The story was fine. It's just it took so long.
Too long.
I got one word for you. Volo. Fantastic character.
I got
Bolo for B tier.
I think it's S.
I don't even know what you're referencing when you say that.
The guy who goes around with you, who's like Cynthia's like not heritage.
Ancestor?
Yeah, that's the word. So you didn't complete the game, right?
No.
Do you want spoilers?
I want to at some point. I plan on finishing it still.
I feel like I need to tell you spoilers to explain why this is S tier.
I don't want spoilers.
Just no.
Honestly, as far as the story goes, like I've had the story like spoiled for me already. It's literally the gameplay I can't get around.
Oh, then yeah, so like, he's the big bad guy. The great reveal, the music, the Arceus having, or not Arceus, the Giratina having two forms. Fantastic. The fact that he had 7 Pokemon. Oh my god.
I'm with you on the story. I just don't think the gameplay is there. I think they got closer to what they want to do with it.
I think the gameplay was there. The whole having strong and fast attacks was beautiful. It felt more like the anime. It's like, all right, Pikachu, use this attack a little faster, or hit him with all you got with his one attack and shit. Like the agile versus strong was perfect.
I'm gonna be honest. The open world has the thing that every open world game has.
There's nothing in it.
There's nothing to fucking do. It is all empty. I remember there was spaces where I'd walk for like 45 seconds with no Pokemon spawning. I'm in like a fucking field.
Yeah, yes, I get
Right.
that, but like, I think between the catching mechanics, the story, the overworld shinies, the side games, the mini quests, the characters, I think it's an S tier game. It's what Pokemon should be. Yes, it's not as polished as it could have been, but it's still a diamond, even if it's unpolished.
I think it's quartz at best.
I think it's just compressed carbon. Pokemon Stadium, that's an A tier. I think we can agree on that. A or S.
If we're gonna put that one in A tier, I think we should put Stadium 2 in A tier, and I'm willing to move that down to A tier, given the rest of the list right now.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, sure.
So we should organize the tiers from the bottom up now.
All right.
Never played, obviously, we don't have to touch.
Yeah. What's the... All right, F tier.
All the Rumble games are at the bottom of F tier. It doesn't matter
Magikarp's
what
top
order
of
they're in.
F.
They're all equally worthless. Yeah, that's fine.
Magikarp top of F, is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. I'm going to say Pokemon Dash is behind Magikarp.
Yeah.
I think it's fine as is.
And then the others don't fucking matter. Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good.
D tier, Sun, Moon,
Actually-
Diamond, and Pearl go top.
Wait, what'd you say?
For the D tier, the main series games, I feel like go to the top.
I feel like Pokemon Box was a better investment to your money. You can at least make your money back with it.
Well, that's if you're trying to make money. If you're trying to just play the games, what's the play in box?
I think Box should go right below the main tier games.
Fine.
And something else, because those added shit. It's like someone added a whole
Yeah, I'm
generation
gonna
of
compromise.
Pokemon.
I'm putting Box there.
Fine. Hey,
That's
Pikachu,
actually-
bottom of the tier.
I'm yes. I'm putting Troze there too.
I'm gonna say though, Sun and Moon were better than Diamond and Pearl.
I think you're full of shit.
Toucanon. My baby boy. Toucanon.
Listen, Toucanon's great, but he couldn't salvage that.
He fucking
whole
salvaged
game.
the whole
No.
game for me. He just fucking destroyed everything. Best regional bird ever. That's why he's not in any other game, because he's too good.
That is fair.
The next tier is kind of hard.
Yeah,
Ultra
this
Sun,
next
Ultra
tier's
Moon, go
hard.
to the very top.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, all right.
Because I think main tier. I
There's
think
nothing I'm heavily attached to that. Actually, you know what?
yes, fine. I
That's
like
my
that.
compromise.
So I say you put the main tier games at least first, because without the main tier Pokemon game, spin-offs wouldn't be a thing.
Fair.
I think the rest of that order is fine, except
Put the trading cards after Ultra Sun and Moon.
put the trading cards at the
Really?
bottom.
Yeah.
Great idea. It's clunky as shit though.
Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, I think I want to move Pokemon Snap above the Ranger games.
Okay.
That's fine by me.
B tier. I would put Pearl first. I'm just very biased. I like Pearl.
Well, when we go from the bottom of this up, I think that'd be easier.
Yeah.
What's the worst one in this?
Pinball.
Pinball?
I'd say Dream Raider Radar.
I actually like. Fun fact about Dream Raider: the professor in that ends up becoming the professor's wife in the Sun and Moon series.
Yes, she does.
So I think that's a fun little tie-in, and I think adding the Therian forms, and without it, we wouldn't have Pokemon Go. I feel like I think that one deserves at least to be higher up in the tier. But for sure, the main series games go to the top of the tier.
Yeah, we're starting from the bottom of the tier.
I'm just saying. Arceus, though, main series game technically.
I think bottom 3 should be Pinball, then Dream Raider, then Puzzle League.
Fair enough.
Then Unite.
Yeah.
Then Snap.
And Snap above that.
Then Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
Hell, if you want to put
Yeah.
Mystery Dungeon after Snap, you can.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I would put, then for now the main series games, I would definitely put Arceus, then Pearl at the top.
See, I'm willing to keep gold and red where they are at the top.
Well, see, my problem with I love Gen 1 and 2, but with Gen 2, my problem is the level curve is just atrocious. You have 3 gym leaders whose Pokemon are only like a level difference apart in the middle of the game, right before the final gym leader, and then you go to the next gyms and they're like 10 levels higher. The level curve is atrocious in those games.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Red can come down a bit.
Well, no, I'm talking about in Gen 2. Red, the level is fine. Gold.
Yeah?
I think gold in your tiering should be after Arceus.
Yeah?
I would, yeah.
Alright.
I would
I like
move...
B tier.
Actually, no. I would move black and white above gold. For all the new things they introduced, trying to be a refresh of the game series, I think it deserves more praise.
Jeremy, what's your take?
I could go either way.
Plus,
I'll put gold here.
a lot of my favorite...
Well,
Can you place black...
if I'm doing that,
Can you at least put black before white? Or other with Zekrom, whatever. That was the game I played white. I like that one a lot.
I mean, I guess. I never played black or black 2. I never played the white ones. I played
the white ones. I like Zekrom. I like his
wanted my
design
blue
a
eyes
lot.
white dragon.
I don't want the red eyes black dragon.
All right.
I really hate that I put Sword and Shield below black and white, but we'll move on.
They were buggy enough to where they deserve it.
The worst out of A tier. Masters EX, then the fighting one.
The fighting.
I'd put Masters EX higher. I genuinely like that they added voice acting to the characters.
See, I haven't played Masters EX, but these 3 here, the Art Academy, the fighting game, and the Picross were like my favorite spin-off games.
I think I know you haven't played it, Masters EX, but like the idea of creating like your favorite characters with different Pokemon and stuff to make your team and stuff is ridiculously awesome. And the fact that there's voice acting, it's not like fully voice acting. It's like those
they give you
hey, how's it going as they talk, and then they just keep text keeps going and shit. I think it was nice because they're bringing voice acting into the Pokemon series, which is something that it desperately needs.
Fine, fighting game can be at the bottom. That's fine.
All right.
I think Masters deserves top tier. Nah.
I think Picross should go after EX.
Like better than EX.
Picross is, yeah.
All right.
And Art Academy is right next to it. I feel like our bottom 4 for this tier are all on the same level.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, put all the mystery dungeons down there with them too.
And Revolution.
Like any particular order, or
make sure the blue one's the highest. Because blue was the best of those 4, I feel.
blue was the one I played. Battle Revolution, I would assume.
I think Battle Revolution should be, right there.
Right about there.
I think that's a good order.
I like that order. This is my hot take. I think Ruby and Sapphire belong at the top of this list.
Yeah,
top of this
gold.
tier.
Like I said, gold and silver and crystal. They have that atrocious level curve.
And I think these go here.
I'd even put Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee above silver.
We can put silver at the bottom, nonetheless, because crystal's just way
for
better.
sure.
Yeah, for real.
I'm a Gen 2 slut, but I understand.
Actually, I'm gonna do. Jeremy's gonna hate this one, but I'm doing this.
Oh.
No, I would put those above black 2 and white 2, I'd say.
Ooh, you're picking a fight now.
Listen, man, we put Masters EX so low, and that I'm passionate about that one a lot. So.
All right, now the hardest tier of them all.
I think Trading Card Game and Conquest bring up the rear in this one.
I think Trading Card Game and Go bring up the rear.
Fair enough.
And Conquest is there with them. Those 3 are equal to me.
I would put I would
there.
put Go over if we're doing like the bottom 4 or whatever. Go is like the top of them all.
Well, hold on. Where are you bringing that pinball
Yeah,
game?
keep that up there.
Well, I thought
Hey,
we were.
put that back where it
I
was.
thought we were putting the main series.
Main series
towards-
should, but pinball's fucking awesome.
I think that pinball makes an exception. Pokemon Coliseum 1 is down there. 2 is way better.
Okay.
Put the blue down there. We're going against Crystal and Emerald. Like, those are probably going to be...
Yeah.
One of those is probably
Crystal,
the top one.
Yeah.
Emerald, oh, man.
Platinum. Put
Platinum.
Platinum up there.
Those
The merger games are so good.
those are what
I agree.
those are what DLC
Actually,
should
you know,
have been.
I'm gonna. I think this is my top 3 order for this tier.
Ooh, no, see, I'd put Crystal over Platinum. I think it should go Crystal, Emerald, Platinum. 2, 3, 4.
I think I should go Emerald, Platinum, Crystal.
My reasoning for doing it this way is because I feel like all 3 of these games were the third of their series, and I think they built I think Emerald built so well off of what made Crystal great, and I think Platinum built so well off of what made the other 2 great.
Crystal had the battle
You know
tower
what?
to begin with.
So did Platinum.
But you could go to Purgatory in Platinum, and that was pretty cool.
But what I'm saying is Crystal was the first to have the battle tower. It's the OG.
Yeah, but I agree with Gus where...
Yeah, but being the first
each
to
oncoming
anything
one.
is not being the first to
it's
something.
Okay,
is
great
so-
if you
best at it.
Neil Armstrong first on the moon. Who gives a shit?
Well, yeah,
Honestly,
he was
though.
the first on the moon, and that's great, and we're like, good
I know.
job.
Yeah.
But he's not the most important thing that happened on the moon.
Okay, what is then?
There's a lot of things. I mean, we got moon rocks. That's
Who-
pretty
who brought-
fucking
who
big.
brought
That's
them back?
probably the biggest
He fucking
scientific
brought them
thing.
back.
Not just Neil Armstrong. A lot of astronauts did.
I don't know. I'm also biased because Crystal is like my first Pokemon game ever.
I agree with Gus's logic of Crystal was great, but Emerald built on what made Crystal great and did
Fine,
it a
but I
little
still
better,
I
and
still
Platinum did
think
the same with the
Emerald
blue,
is
too.
better than Platinum. I'm willing to go Emerald, Platinum, Crystal.
I was honestly on the fence about that. I will give Emerald above.
Emerald
Platinum.
is like top tier.
I will make that.
And then I
compromise.
would put Fire Red and Leaf Green above XD, Gala Darkness.
That's fine, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver are not better than XD.
No. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So it goes Fire Red, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, XD Pinball. Ruby and Sapphire.
I think I wanna
Pinball
move
above Blue, and XD
Yeah.
above Pinball, and then you leave it as is.
Oh, I think XD is... Okay, I think Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are better than Heart Gold Soul Silver. Hot take.
No, I can agree with that.
Can we
The Pokewalker
do
was cool, but holy shit, it was...
Can we
not
do Sapphire, Silver, Ruby, Gold in that order?
I think XD is better than Heart Gold.
I
Soul
don't
Silver.
personally.
I don't have an opinion on XD.
I liked.
I can do that.
The only
We
reason
have fighting Lugias.
I mean, sure. The only reason I say it's better is because one, back in the day, the GameCube was a console system, which not a lot of people had access to.
Well, that's their fault.
Okay, that's my parents' fault for not making it.
I blame my parents, honestly.
But at the
Good.
same time, Heart Gold and Soul Silver also had a customizable Safari Zone, which was ridiculously dope.
Yeah, but XD, you could cure Pokemon. And you had to fight a shadow version of a legendary.
Well, and the same thing then.
And the Mirror B song.
Have you seen the RCS cinematic for Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an acid trip. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen the boss cutscene for Shadow Lugia?
Yes, I have.
I have not.
It's
It's good.
terrifying.
I'll give it that. But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, this is S tier, and I feel like we're just like, I don't know. They're all such good games.
I mean,
Like, honestly, I don't think there's a game on this entire tier list that if you said, hey, let's go play this for a little while, I wouldn't say no to.
There's 4 for me.
I think the Rumble games.
5. Sorry, there's 5. the Rumble games, and I'm not playing Hey You Pikachu.
I'll-
If one of y'all wants to do that video, that's great. I'll be there, but I'm gonna be angry the whole time. Tarantino Rantino Part fucking 3.
I would love to get Hey You Pikachu working with my fucking Yeti microphone.
That would be interesting.
Do you want an hour of me being pissed? Because that's what you're gonna get.
It'd be so bad. I'd love it. So anyways,
I think this is a very definitive tier list.
I think so.
I mean, there are things I would change personally, but
and like the difference between the top of S and the bottom of S is not that much.
No.
Same with most of these tiers.
Yeah, no,
Really, D and C are the only that have a lot of big, like, okay, this is a lot better than this, or this is a lot worse.
D and C could almost be made into like 3 tiers apiece. You know what I mean? Like a C plus,
And
a
at the
C
same
minus.
time, they could also be the same tier. Like, it's that. Like, it's like,
Right.
if you asked me to organize C and D tomorrow, it'd be completely different,
Yeah,
probably.
I mean-
Yeah.
I like the tiers, but there's some hot takes I would move around that you guys don't agree with, so. Such as Arceus and the Let's Go deserve S tier.
I don't think ours.
I'd be more willing to give Arceus an S tier than Let's Go. I'm just going to put that out there.
I couldn't get into Arceus. I really want to.
I hate
I've
Breath
honestly
of the
been to-
Wild. I love Arceus. So.
Honestly, I'm the exact opposite. I love Breath of the Wild. I'm so excited for the sequel.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild at least had stuff in the world to do. Besides,
And it
catch
was a
Pokemon.
launch title. for
Had
the Switch,
things world.
which is-
There were mini games and side quests all over Arceus. There were things to do.
But here's the thing with Breath of the Wild. There's plenty to do, and it doesn't care how you do it. You can do it in the most convoluted, stupid way, and it might work.
Also,
I feel like every time I
when
open Arceus, I'm having my hand held like I did with Sun and Moon.
I barely noticed the hand holding, so I don't know. Also, my Pokemon don't break after being used 5 times, so just saying.
But that's great, because you can just throw fucking pot lids at people like fucking Captain America and run away.
Yeah, basically.
It's the first Zelda game that really made you feel mortal.
Yeah.
You'd see a boss and you're like, oh, I can't just like time it. I'm gonna get my shit kicked in.
The fact that I could get creative and fucking tie balloons to shit and watch enemies float away in fear.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us on Hot Take Tier List, Episode 1.
Actually, this is episode 2, which is way longer than episode 1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thank you for joining us on Hot Take Tier List, Episode 493.
Bye, everybody.